Hello, I'll show you how to fix a dry nib. So I've got two pens here. This one has a dry nib. I'll just show you how it writes. So pressing gently, it doesn't really make much at all. But if you press a bit harder, okay, it starts to make a line. And I'm pressing quite hard. But pressing sort of with medium strength, it doesn't apply much of a line. So the problem here is that the sort of tines of the nib are too close together and we need to separate them. So I'll show you how this pen should actually write. This is the same pen, but this one wrote very well out of the box. It is extremely smooth and just with the lightest pressure applies a very nice line, and with very deep pressure it has a little bit of flex as well. I really like this pen. So with this pen, using this tool here, which I got from AliExpress, you could also make your own using a craft knife, but you'd have to sand down the blade to make it thinner. So this is basically a very thin sheet of metal, but they've sanded the edge very, very thin, just at the edges, to allow it to get through the tine. I'm not sure you can see how thin that is, if I can focus that. It's very thin. So what you essentially do is, I'll pop this up here. If you press down here, that will split the tines. Then sort of putting it into the tine there, you'll be able to sort of wiggle it in like that. And that should split the tine. You can pull it out and see if it improves the flow. A little bit. It might need some more work. It is quite stiff. See if that helps. Marginally. You can sort of wiggle it down the plate. Slow progress. So it's slightly, if I just show that, it's slightly more consistent now, but still needing quite a lot of pressure. That is better. Now very gentle. It still doesn't write quite as well as the red one, but it does apply a more consistent line with medium pressure. So essentially we keep doing that until the tines are properly split. You can even wiggle it side to side. See if that will help. Now, sort of with each iteration, Oop. There we go. Now, applying very gentle pressure. It writes very smoothly. Deep pressure. Soft and very light. So I think this nib has been fixed. Downstrokes, upstrokes, right and left. Oh, very wet, as you can see. That's how I fix my dry fountain pens.